Welcome everybody. Welcome back down to the basement. It's Drawers with www.simgear.club racebook. Today I got my big hat on because I'm gonna do a big product. Today I got the biggest DDU in town from the biggest company with the biggest name. It's the Porsche DDU10. All right, let's get on with it. So you might remember this name from our previous video about the DDU5. So this product is much larger, about twice as big. So first thing it says, it's got all the cables, mounting hardware and all that stuff. It's a display unit from a Porsche 911 GT3 Cup. And it's got carbon fiber mounts. Let's check them out. Oh, nice box. You know, sometimes things get damaged in packaging. Just sometimes it also happens a lot. That's neither here nor there, but that's an experience all in itself. So it gives you this information. This information leads to like a 7-page quick start guide. I guess we'll go over a little bit of that too, because I will hook this up and show you how easy it is to set it up. Because this one is much easier. It's come a long way from the DDU5 when you had to do it individually through the Arduino and then like the Vocore screen separately in SimHub. Now they've added it to a device list, so you can go through and control everything through one tab. So it's super simple to set this thing up. There are some issues with other connectivity, but that also I'll talk about towards the end. So let's take a look here. Nice, you know, laser cut or, you know, die cut, whatever, foam packaging. First thing you see is your big old display, man. So this is the Porsche, a replica of actually the GT3 Cup and also GT3 R992 car, the newest version of the Porsche. Got their name on the back here. Mounting hardware points. On the side here, you've got an IR sensor. On the bottom here, you've got, I don't know if these are the best positions for these. You've got your HDMI, your power source, and your USB, your old school printer cable. So I'm sure you've got a few of those around if you run out of cables or you get a damaged one. Nice old school cables. In this box, we got your power adapter, also for different regions and stuff like that. Yeah, that's the plus of using classic cables, because you've got them around if you need them. So put that off to the side here. So once we get our underneath this top layer of foam, you've got hardware for mounting. You got some, looks like some thread lock nuts, some countersunk flanged, high shine hardware. Not sure that's always the best plan, but plating looks cool. Smoky look. And you've got your HDMI, 190 degree, one straight. That'll come in handy. USB, 190 degree. So that puts you in one spot there. That's fine, looks like. And then one standard. This is the USB-A that's going to go to your computer, and that's going to go to the device. Oh, what else we got in here? Remote control. Cool. Does it have any batteries? Let's see. No batteries, but that's good, because if it sits on the shelf, those batteries would go bad in there. Cut that out here. This is going to be your OSW, like, you know, small midge, VRS, SimuCube type deal. It's going to be for your Fanatec. That's what we're going to hook it up to today. We're going to hook it up to Fanatec DD1 and use it through SimHub, because I like the SimHub. I've tested this out a few times, and the operation of SimHub is probably the best. So we're going to start with that. So that's enough of opening it. Let's go ahead and hook it up really quick. Right, for this stage of the installation, you're going to need your tools for your hardware. You need a 4mm for the mount to the base, and you need 3mm for the display to the mount. So got that here. Got our mount and our display joined. At this point too, you should also have all your ports figured out. You'll need HDMI, power, and then also the USB here, and you can route them however you like. For the OSW and the SimuCube, you have to use the straight end of the HDMI. For this application, I'm going to try the 90-degree, so I can kind of run it back and it'll be out of the way. So got that part straightened out. Get your hardware off here. Whoop. You should also, at this point, have your SimHub straightened out as far as your downloading. It's pretty self-explanatory. You go to the SimHub. I guess you could do the race director too. I don't know how far that program's come since our first experience with it, but I'm sure it's come a long way. But get your 4mm here. Hold it up here. You don't want to let the weight of this giant display take over, mess up your nice new carbon fiber mount that they do such a wonderful job making the cutout here for the Fanatec window. Everything's really nicely, the edges are nice on it and everything like that. It's really sweet looking, cool looking product. You know what I mean? And it for what it's worth by itself, it's pretty cool if you like the Porsche. And only the Porsche, because it's kind of difficult to use for other cars. That's just a reality of this. If you really like the Porsche and you got to have Porsche, this is your guy. If you like doing a lot of different cars, yeah, you see how easy it is to get power to it. That's good. So we'll leave that there like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. So that takes care of that part. The next part, like I said, is going into SimHub and then getting all that configured. But I'll show you that in 1 second here. Go ahead and tweak this up here, make sure it's tight. Come up on the back side. I know it's going to be very tall here, so I'm going to lower it. I'm going to have to be aware of this angled adapter because it will interfere with some of it, but not all of it. I'm going to bring it down right here. And that's right about where it interferes. That's as low as I can go with using the right angle connector. So that's that stage here done. Ooh, a little crooked. I think that was that cable getting in the way still. It's touching just a little bit, so maybe the straight connector is good for this one too. Out there is probably good. Really, it's up to you and your rig. Can't really say one way or the other to hook this up. Your computer too is also dependent on how you're going to use this. If you've got a lot of ports and you use a lot of monitors, you're awesome and you're in the zone. If you've got something hooked up daisy chain and you've got free HDMI port, you're in the zone. If you know how to use Chinese adapters from Amazon, you are also in the zone. If you don't mind not knowing and having to clunk it like a CRT monitor, like back in the day to get it to work, you are not going to be in the zone. So let's go ahead and take a look here, start this thing up, see how it functions. I need this cool steering wheel hooked up too. The full Porsche experience. All right, so finishing touches here. I did not like the right angle connection here. It didn't get to the right height that I liked, so I used the straight angle of the HDMI. Was able to still see the Fanatec display and get it as low as I feel I need, and it covers the display in the car. So for the SimHub stuff, it's really easy. You go to simhubdisplay.com, and you can Google that. Will download everything that you need for your computer if you've never done any of this stuff before. And then once you do that, you go to devices, and you'll go to add a device. You find your device, whatever it is. In this particular case, it's a DDU10. Before, when I had the DDU5, this was not an option. So you had to go to the Dash Studio and get that all straightened away with the Vocore screens and all that stuff. And then you had to do the Arduino to do all the lights and the LEDs and all that stuff. Now they've made it very simple. Kudos to them, whether it be SimHub, SimLabs, Grid.Engineering, or a lot of them together. They did a good job on that, considering, I had experience with the DDU5 just not too long ago, and then to come this far. I'm sure their Race Director software too, which is available for download on the product information page for this device as well. So in order to get your dashboards, you'll have to go to, like I said, the product page, and you can download this 992 Cup for ACC IR. It's not exactly specific, so you can scroll through the pages here. We can't yet. We got to get in the car. But it's not exactly right for iRacing, but it's not exactly wrong. So you've got that going for it. I'm sure there's some settings, like once you get accustomed to the software and get more experience and enjoy the rich community via Discord or whatever for Grid.Engineering or SimHub. They both have one, and then you can probably learn a lot more. There's also tons of tutorials out there for that, so I'm not going to go in that too much, but like I said, it's much different. You can go to your LEDs here. This is also available on the Grid.Engineering site. You can download this and load. This is the one that I found to be the best, I think. And then use that, and it's got all the LEDs set up. It's really cool. One thing that I will go and do here, going here to the profile, RPM LEDs, left to right, outside to center. I want outside to center, not left to right. So that's the one thing that I'm going to change. And we're all done. So go ahead and pop that out, and I'll show you how it drives. So we'll just go ahead and hop in the car. So there's the startup procedure, which is really cool. It looks really cool on my other setup with a steering wheel, but you can scroll through your different pages here. You got the quali page, you got a map page. You have to enable that in the SimHub. You got your regular race page, and then race 2. So I'm going to go to this regular race page. It's got fuel used, lap per, and then fuel pressure, and then the fuel level, which is something that I'm used to. So let me go ahead and just take a couple of turns here and show you how it works in practice here. There's our pit limiter. There we go. We'll get rolling. Pit limiter off. I'm going to flash my lights. Goes blue. See, I changed my lights to center in, like a real RSR or GT3. It's going to do one lap here to get you a jive here. You'll see the lockup lights and everything work. You will have to do some adjustments in the RPMs and stuff like that to get it just right. I found that there's some tinkering that needs to be done. Probably per gear is the best way to do it. And I'm sure there's all types of information online for that too, but I wasn't going to do any content on this product, but somebody asked, so figure I'd do a lap and just kind of show it off here. So you get some lock-up lights and stuff like that. ABS, maybe. I don't know what that is. You'd have to go and look up the colors and stuff. This was all gotten from the website. But really cool. So there you have it. Couple of laps, quick touch at the setups. The programs to run this are available on the product page, like as previously stated. You can get the SimHub, you can do the Race Director. I showed you some of the the SimHub stuff, I should say, and you know, some of the quick stuff that you can just download right from the products page and get you going right away. Outside from that, you'd have to check out a SimHub tutorial. There's plenty of them out there. You can go in and change some of the programming if you know how to read code and stuff like that and write code. You know, the sky's the limit for this product. All things Porsche, it's great. One of the things that, you know, I'm not really sure about is, you know, if you're not driving this car, it's not as optimal to have that in front of the screen of dashboard information. So then you're going to have to either find, beg, borrow, or steal a dashboard. So that's going to be, you know, a higher level end thing. For a Porsche fanatic, man, this thing is cool. Just driving that GT3 car, the 992, is a lot of fun. Doing the 963 wasn't as fun. I'd done some live streaming on Twitch on my other rig trying to make this work and had some, you know, success with it for the most part, but I run a lot of displays over there, so I don't have a lot of ports. Adapters had to be in play, and those can be a challenge too. So another thing that you're going to have to discover on your own, just as you know, if you were going to try and run this with another car. The DDU5 is a good option because it's a pretty universal one. You know, goes in a lot of different cars. I think the Ferrari uses it, the Mercedes uses it. You know, everything uses that, you know, or that size. This is kind of on its own. Really cool for the Porsche, like I said, but enjoy it, you know, for what it is. If you like these kind of things, you know where to find them. Make sure you shop around because there's some different prices too for this product. Hope you enjoyed it. Give us a thumbs up and go out and get yours today.